The Odyssey, IMAX versus Dolby Cinema. Which is better? If you're planning to watch Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, get ready for one of the most breathtaking cinematic experiences ever created. You will genuinely be amazed by Christopher Nolan's work when you watch this film in theaters. From its brilliant screenplay and masterful direction to its breathtaking cinematography and phenomenal performances by the entire cast, every frame showcases filmmaking at its absolute best. The movie doesn't simply retell Homer's legendary epic, it transports you into the world of ancient Greek mythology, making you feel as though you've traveled back thousands of years. Every kingdom, every voyage across the sea, every battle, and every mythical encounter feels grand, immersive, and unforgettable. This is exactly the kind of movie that deserves to be experienced on the biggest screen possible. But that brings us to the biggest question many moviegoers are asking. Should you watch The Odyssey in IMAX or Dolby Cinema? Social media is filled with comparison photos, side-by-side videos, and heated debates. Some fans claim IMAX is the only way to experience Christopher Nolan's latest masterpiece, while others insist Dolby Cinema delivers the superior picture and sound. So, which one is actually better? Let's break it down. Christopher Nolan has always pushed the boundaries of filmmaking. From The Dark Knight and Interstellar to Dunkirk, Tenet, and Oppenheimer, he has consistently embraced large-format cameras to create a more immersive cinematic experience. With The Odyssey, Nolan has gone even further. The film is the first major Hollywood feature to be shot entirely with IMAX cameras, making it one of the most ambitious technical achievements in modern filmmaking. That alone tells you something important. Christopher Nolan designed this movie to be seen on the biggest screen possible. Let's start with IMAX. The biggest advantage of IMAX is the screen itself. IMAX screens are significantly taller and larger than traditional movie screens. Many scenes in The Odyssey were filmed using the expanded IMAX aspect ratio, meaning you'll actually see more of the image than you would in a regular theater. Instead of cropping the top and bottom of the frame, IMAX reveals the full scale of Nolan's cinematography. That means larger mountains, wider oceans dot taller temples, more expansive battlefields, and breathtaking shots that completely fill your field of vision. Rather than simply watching the movie, you'll feel like you're standing inside ancient Greece. For an epic adventure like The Odyssey, that extra image makes a noticeable difference. If you're lucky enough to have an IMAX 70mm theater nearby, that's the ultimate presentation. It offers incredible detail, massive film resolution, and the closest possible experience to Christopher Nolan's original vision. If IMAX 70mm isn't available, IMAX with laser is still an outstanding choice, offering exceptional brightness, contrast, and image clarity. Even standard digital IMAX provides a significantly larger presentation than most regular theaters. Now let's talk about Dolby Cinema. Dolby Cinema focuses on delivering the highest possible picture quality and audio experience. Using Dolby Vision, the image features deeper blacks, brighter highlights, richer colors, and stunning HDR contrast. Dark scenes reveal more detail, while bright scenes appear more vibrant and lifelike. The result is an incredibly polished image with outstanding visual depth. Then there's Dolby Atmos. Many experts consider it the best cinema sound system available today. Instead of sound coming only from the front or the sides, Dolby Atmos creates a three-dimensional audio environment. You'll hear waves crashing around you, ships moving across the room, thunder rolling overhead. Every sword clash, every arrow, and every note of the musical score feels incredibly immersive. If you're someone who values crystal clear audio and incredible HDR visuals, Dolby Cinema is difficult to beat. So, which format actually looks better? If you're comparing pure image quality, Dolby Cinema often has the advantage. Its HDR presentation delivers richer colors, deeper blacks, and brighter highlights than most digital projection systems. However, when it comes to overall immersion, IMAX takes the lead. That's because Christopher Nolan specifically composed many of his shots for the expanded IMAX frame. Watching those scenes in IMAX allows you to see significantly more of the image. It's not simply a larger screen dot, it's literally more movie. Certain sequences contain visual information above and below the standard widescreen frame that you simply won't experience in other formats. That's one of the biggest reasons Nolan continues to champion IMAX filmmaking. Another important point is that The Odyssey isn't a small dialogue-driven drama. It's an enormous mythological adventure. The giant sailing ships, the towering Greek cities, the breathtaking landscapes, the massive battle sequences. All of them benefit from the increased scale of an IMAX presentation. That's exactly why so many critics recommend watching this film in IMAX whenever possible. Now, does that mean Dolby Cinema isn't worth it? Absolutely not. If your local theater offers Dolby Cinema but doesn't have IMAX, you're still getting one of the best movie presentations available anywhere. The colors are spectacular. The HDR contrast is stunning. And Dolby Atmos creates one of the most immersive sound experiences you'll ever hear inside a movie theater. Many movie lovers even prefer Dolby Cinema for films that rely heavily on dialogue because the audio clarity is exceptional. But for The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's filmmaking style gives IMAX a slight advantage that the expanded aspect ratio isn't just a technical feature. It's part of the storytelling. The extra height and scale make every journey, every battle, and every breathtaking landscape feel far more epic. So here's my recommendation. If you have access to IMAX 70mm, choose that. It's the definitive presentation and the closest you'll get to seeing the movie exactly as Christopher Nolan intended. If IMAX 70mm isn't available, but your theater has IMAX with laser, that's still an incredible option and one of the best ways to experience the film. If you're deciding between standard IMAX and Dolby Cinema, the choice depends on what matters most to you. Choose IMAX if you want the biggest screen, the expanded aspect ratio, and the full visual scale of Nolan cinematography. Choose Dolby Cinema if you prioritize HDR picture quality, richer colors, deeper blacks, and industry-leading surround sound. Either way, you're getting a premium cinematic experience that's far superior to a standard theater. Finally, if your only option is a regular multiplex screen, don't skip the movie. You'll still experience Christopher Nolan's incredible storytelling, outstanding performances, and one of the most ambitious films ever made. You simply won't experience the full visual impact that IMAX provides. At the end of the day, The Odyssey is a movie that deserves to be experienced in theaters. Whether you choose IMAX or Dolby Cinema, you're in for one of the year's biggest cinematic events. But if your goal is to experience the film exactly as Christopher Nolan envisioned it, IMAX remains the clear winner. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Which format are you planning to watch The Odyssey in? IMAX 70mm? IMAX with laser? Dolby Cinema? Or have you already seen the movie? Share your experience in the comments below and let everyone know which format you think delivers the ultimate cinematic experience. If you enjoyed this comparison, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more movie reviews, IMAX guides, and Christopher Nolan updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.